Look who's back, baby. I just got back, I'm so jet lagged. Anyway, I'm here at London Bridge Station, and today we are going to explore my favourite part of the National Railway network in London, the Thameslink core. But what is the Thameslink core? Well, here's me on a voiceover to explain it. The Thameslink core is a 3-mile section of subsurface railway that runs from Blackfriars to St Pancras International and forms a vital link between the overhead-powered main lines out of King's Cross St Pancras and the third rail network of South London, and acts as the main hub for Thameslink services between the two regions. Anyway, now that's all out of the way, let's go and explore all 4 stations in the Thameslink core. London Bridge does not count, I've just picked here as a generic starting point. We're going to jump on the next train towards Blackfriars, and we're going to explore all the stations on the Thameslink core. Let's go.
We will be calling at London Blackfriars, City Thameslink, Farringdon, London St Pancras.
That little road.
Well, here we are. Stop number 1 on the Thameslink core, Blackfriars. Let's have a look around. Right off the bat, this station is incredibly crazy cool for being literally on a bridge. There's my train that I just came to London Bridge on, leaving, and there's a 7 service that is here on the 2 bay platforms. The other one will occasionally have the Southeastern train on the line, but of course, pretty much everybody knows this station for its amazing view of the City of London over the river. It's just absolutely incredible what they did to this station after it just being a random station on a bridge. And this, I believe, has the honour of being London's only cross-river station, as there is an entrance on the north side there, and of course an entrance down on the south side there. Anyway, let's explore the area around the station, as there are some awesome historical things you can see here at Blackfriars. Immediately here at Blackfriars we find the first site that makes the Thameslink core so special to me. It's this track here. This is right at the end of the station, looking towards the site of the former Ludgate Hill station, and there's the tunnel just over there that goes to City Thameslink. I just still find it amazing that national rail trains just run into a tunnel here right underneath the City of London. It's absolutely incredible. Anyway, there are of course other great things to see here, but this is just so cool. And also it's quite fun how the platforms literally end all the way back there, but you can still walk along the track here. Very interesting. Anyway, let's have a look at a site that I'm pretty sure all of you will have heard of about Blackfriars. As with many other Thameslink stations, it has a very, very nice concourse, and there's the modern interchange with the Circle and District line, and also still some old GTR branding on the ticket machines. I thought that was kind of funny. So I'm currently standing in the new ticket hall here at Blackfriars. This was opened in 2012 as part of a major station upgrade in which both the Tube station and the National Rail station received quite a lot of refurbishment. And I do think this is one of the best railway stations in London. It's absolutely brilliant and modern. There's the Tube gate line over there for knowledge, and one of 50 million Pretts. There's too many of the Pretts, man. Anyway, let's walk out to look at the bridge in which the station is situated on, because there is a fact about it that I'm sure all of you guys know. Well, that's a fun site you can find at Blackfriars, and I literally found this while I was out with the other 2 members of the TfL3, is this lift, which is interesting. As you can see, there's the view of the station, and there's a train arriving literally right now, so some good train theme sound, and there's a busy road. Anyway, let's go for a ride in this lift.
The Lord Mayor's showing a feast for the eyes and ears held on the 2nd Saturday in November.
I don't actually know what they're saying here. It's something about the Lord Mayor, whatever. Anyway, yeah, this is a pretty cool lift, as you can see. And this lift takes us to our second major landmark here at Blackfriars. Of course, if you're very knowledgeable with Blackfriars, you will know what these giant stumps are behind me. These are the original supports of the original Blackfriars railway bridge that was built in the 1860s. This bridge was eventually superseded by the bridge that the current station is on, but it continued to run alongside it until the 1980s when the Thameslink project was built, and the original bridge could not support the weight of the new Class 319 trains, and as a result it was demolished, leaving behind these stumps. However, when the station was upgraded about 10 years ago, they actually extended the bridge, so that is actually one of the original columns that is now part of the current station bridge, and also you actually get a beautiful view of the station. And another fun fact is that this is the station in which in Mission Impossible Fallout, Tom Cruise runs along the roof. Pretty cool, ain't it? Anyway, now it is time to leave Blackfriars, a very beautiful station, and what could possibly count as my favourite. I know, bit of a downer to start the video. Ooh, your favourites first. Well, the others are just as good. Anyway, let's go to the next station on the call, City Thameslink. That's not my train, by the way.
First class accommodation is at the front of the train.
Here we are, second station on the call, City Thameslink. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hugh, this station has nothing special about it. It's just a really, really big underground station that has big trains through it. What's the big deal? I'll tell you, there was a big deal because building this was quite a challenge, as my train goes. The scale of this station also just completely stuns me, just the length of the platforms and it being underground. It's absolutely astonishing how amazing this station is. Also, I believe this is one of two stations in London to have the name of the operator in it, the other one being West Hampstead, Thameslink. King's Cross used to have that too, but it now doesn't. I'll explain that later. The fact about here, City Thameslink, is that you can see the two different types of traction that Thameslink uses in action. You can see on the track down here, it's third rail, and you can see the overhead electric lines up there. And I believe this train here is transferring to overhead power from third rail because the overhead lines begin here. Very interesting fact for you. It shows you the multi-voltage nature of this. Anyway, let's go outside this admittedly very, very nice station to have a look around and have a look at some historical artifacts. Retro here, you can see here in these lamps the ancient colours of Network Southeast, who used to run this service until BR privatisation. That's really cool. Here's the Northern Ticket Hall here at City Thameslink, and again this kind of epitomises the 1980s plan of building Cross London Railway. This predates the Elizabeth line by 30 years. It's quite something, and also some fun branding on this ticket machine. You've got First Capital Connect branding there, and the original Thameslink GTR logo there. And I believe all of this is First Capital Connect. It's also in other languages as well. That's cool. But yeah, really like the architecture, and also some nice old rail alphabet signage. This sign here is again a remnant of an older operator. This might have been the first private franchise that ran Thameslink before First Capital Connect. It's a very, very crazy station, City Thameslink. Anyway, we're coming out now to the northern entrance of City Thameslink, and this is my perfect opportunity to tell you a little story. Earlier, this station, City Thameslink, opened in 1990 as part of the Thameslink project, although the Thameslink service first started in 1988 when the Snow Hill tunnels to Farringdon were reopened. But the point is, where I'm standing now is now all been redeveloped into big glassy office blocks, and beneath me of course is City Thameslink station. This was the site of Holborn Viaduct railway station. In fact, the ticket hall and stuff was just back there, and the entrance was in the bottom of that building, which is quite something. And of course that station was closed when the Thameslink programme first came into effect and was replaced with, of course, City Thameslink. Or it was actually originally named St Paul's Thameslink for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, this here, about 35 years ago, was the site of an NR terminus, or BR back then. It's quite something. It's amazing what can happen when a project like this comes around. Anyway, let's go up there so I can show you, there, so I can show you the original entrance to Holborn Viaduct Station, which now actually acts as an entrance to City Thameslink Station. Interesting, done it? Right behind me is the modern day north entrance to City Thameslink, and I'm currently walking underneath a building, and where I'm standing right now is actually the site of Holborn Viaduct Station. I'm going to come out just now here onto the main road, And so here's this facade. I'll put a wide shot out, and I'm going to show you here an image of what the entrance to Holborn Viaduct looked like. And you can see this was where the Chatham line used to end. It used to end here as a city terminus. So this used to be alongside the likes of Liverpool Street, Fenchurch Street, Moorgate, I know, slightly odd, King's Cross, St Pancras, Paddington, Victoria. This was London Termini until the 1980s. It's quite amazing how things change. And it was located in a pretty cool area. Well, there's a construction site there right now. But yeah, this was the site of a London Termini. It's absolutely amazing how this area has changed, thanks to the Thameslink project. But yeah, there's this odd concave which acts as the entrance to City Thameslink. But anyway, let's walk back along the site of Holborn Viaduct Station to go to the south entrance, which is near where the old Ludgate Hill station used to be, to discover another amazing historical thing about the Thameslink core. Let's go! So, as I continue walking along the former site of Holborn Viaduct Station, it's story time again. So when Holborn Viaduct Station was closed and they had to then begin construction on its replacement station, City Thameslink, they had to sever an old viaduct that used to run right over Fleet Street. And so if you look at very old images of St Paul's Cathedral from Ludgate Circus, you can see this viaduct literally going over the road linking Blackfriars to Holborn Viaduct, which of course was right here. But of course, they had to get rid of it because they were building City Thameslink underneath as part of the new connection to Farringdon. So it made the viaduct redundant. And so literally, in a very short amount of time, they were able to dig the new box, sever the old viaduct and cover it up to build the new St Paul's Thameslink station. And there is literally a photo of the newly opened station taken right here in 1990, just showing you how crazy it is. And even in the back of the photo you can still see the original facade of Holborn Viaduct Station. Absolutely astonishing. Anyway, let's get to the south entrance and I'll show you where this viaduct used to run. As you can see, there is the Ludgate Circus entrance to City Thameslink Station, and pretty much this road follows the path of the original railway into Holborn Viaduct, which is just behind that building. This of course was all built after the railway was removed. But this viaduct literally ran right over me. It's absolutely astonishing, and how it's now all gone is very, very sad. But then again, it was able to rejuvenate having a main railway train to cross the city, as all these buses annoyingly block the shot of the station entrance. Damn you Pepsi bus, and damn you random Paramount Plus thing bus, whatever. Okay, I'll show you a better shot when we get to the road. As you can see, we are now here standing on Fleet Street. You can just see St Paul's Cathedral in the background there. And as you can see right there, you can see the awning of the Ludgate Circus entrance to City Thameslink. And this here was where the viaduct used to run. Back at City Thameslink, except on the other side. And the architecture of this ticket hall is very similar to the other one, but it's also grand. And as a friend of mine once said, very Network Southeast. This ticket hall also does hold some significance for me because this is where a very iconic photo of me and the other two TFL3 members plus two of our friends took a big group photo. So yeah, gotta have the memories here, right? Anyway, let's leave this absolutely stunning station and let's go to our next stop on the Thameslink core, Farringdon. You can see the names of the two former stations here in the exits. How cool is that? Welcome to Farringdon. Probably one of the most major interchanges in London now, thanks to the complement of having, of course, Thameslink and the Elizabeth line. So very, very handy interchange. Anyway, let's explore this station because while it did have this massive upgrade recently with the Thameslink getting its own entrance alongside the Elizabeth line, this by far has the best old value station. So let's have a look around Farringdon. On the way Farringdon is another great station here on the Thameslink core, is that you get this absolutely beautiful view here of this massive canopy over here. The Thameslink NR has a train pulls through and the subsurface tube lines over there. It's absolutely stunning, just look at it. I'm really glad this has been preserved. Although there is one grudge I do have against it. Look, okay, Thameslink is an NR service, okay, whether you like it or not. So why, here on NR platforms, do they have underground roundels? It makes no sense. I can kind of understand this is a TfL-owned station, but do it like they do at Stratford, where the signs are in Johnston, but are basically an NR format. it's a slight knock for what is a pretty awesome station. Anyway, let's have come up to this rather odd Paris Metro-esque walkway over the Thameslink NR platforms that take you over to the tube platforms. It's very nice, and you get an amazing view of not just the tube, but also all the NR trains going through. It's brilliant. Let me give you a better view over the bridge. I was talking about the Johnston font earlier. Didn't expect there to be an amazing scale printing press-esque print of his artwork. It's brilliant. You can see the entire alphabet. I mean, this is more tube related than Thameslink core, but still, it's cool. A bit of a convoluted way, I am now outside Farringdon Station, although I've come out of the London Underground entrance. If I was strictly using Thameslink, I would have come out of this entrance, which is Thameslink and Elizabeth line, which is kind of confusing, but I think before the Elizabeth line, Thameslink used to go from the other entrance. Anyway, it's a really nice area. That's kind of really all there is to say about the area around Farringdon. I mean, it's lovely, but we're here to talk about railways, aren't we? So let's actually go into the proper Thameslink core bit, which, like Blackfriars, has had a bit of work done on it recently. With the recent construction of the Elizabeth line, which is down there, the NR section here at Farringdon has been significantly expanded, and now it looks like this. It's quite something. Well, that's kind of all there is to say about Farringdon. It's had an upgrade recently, it's very nice, but I'd say it's probably my least favourite station on the Thameslink core. Yeah, it's got that amazing roof and it's brilliant, but it hasn't got all the quirks and stuff that all the other ones have. Anyway, let's now go to the last stop on the Thameslink core, the big one, St Pancras International. And I say that specifically for a reason I'll get into later. Let's go. I was actually just about to go down and get the Thameslink train to St Pancras, but I discovered that there is an amazing window view here onto the old tube track, and you can actually see sort of where the Thameslink used to run to Moorgate. But yeah, you get an amazing view of the tube track. As far as new stations go, this is pretty nice. Although this train behind me needs a bit of a clean, doesn't it? Okay, so we've just left Farringdon, and we've got a bit of a secret as we're travelling towards St Pancras. Now, I'll go here a bit later in the video, but while we're travelling between Farringdon and St Pancras, we go past the site of the original King's Cross Thameslink station, which closed in 2007 when they built St Pancras International. This is it. This is King's Cross Thameslink station. It still says do not alight here, and there's a sign up there that you couldn't probably see on camera that says your new station opening as part of St Pancras International. Funny that. Here we are at our final stop for the day, St Pancras International, and I've got to be honest, I think I've saved the best till last. Let's have a look around probably the best station in London. These are the Thameslink platforms here at St Pancras, and they only serve St Pancras. There is no connection to King's Cross. This was of course opened in 2007 and replaced the old King's Cross Thameslink station that I showed you earlier, and we will be going to visit that in a minute. But this is St Pancras International on the Thameslink, and I've got to be honest, this might as well be my favourite station. It's just so modern and grand. And of course, there's even more surprises up there. Anyway, let's have a look around this amazing station. So I'm now outside St Pancras International on the Thameslink, and this is a cool bit of the station. However, it is kind of hidden away, so I'll give you some look. So that there is the exit that goes out to the British Library, and down there is the Southeastern high-speed platforms on the way through to King's Cross. Above me are the EMR platforms, and all the way down there are the Eurostar platforms. So it's kind of tucked towards the back of the station, the Thameslink platforms. That's kind of my only real criticism, but this station already gives way more. So yeah, let's have a nice look. Let's have a look at this bit actually. We have an epic ticket office ward. This here is the GTR Thameslink ticket office. And right here, as you can see, is the EMR ticket office. Ooh, it's a big, and the Luton Express actually, I forgot EMR ran that service. Yeah, so 2 competing ticket offices, and then further down there is Southeastern. But there is a new addition to the station that I saw on Twitter the other day that I really want to look at, and it's pretty cool apparently. So it's quite hard to get all this on camera, but this here is the new departure boards here at St Pancras International. Now, it might not capture very well on the camera because it looks very bright on the viewfinder, but as you can see, it's very, very well laid out. You can see you've got Southeastern High Speed there, you've got Thameslink, you've got the Eurostar, and you have EMR, and then you have the various different ways to get to all the networks. It's brilliant. It's a great way of navigation, so massively big points to St Pancras International for doing that, because previously you just had DMI ones and you had these signs to follow. So yeah, kudos to St Pancras International for doing that. It's absolutely brilliant. Anyway, let's go to probably one of my favourite spots in London, which is the Gallery. Of course, St Pancras would not be as famous if it wouldn't be for that damn roof. Thank you, John Betjeman, for saving this absolutely beautiful marble. And also, I didn't know you had this kind of promenade here, and I believe these escalators are the way up to the EMR platforms, which I didn't even know existed for a while. I mean, then I looked it up and found out this was originally the Midland Railway terminus. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty epic, ain't it? I'll never forget this station. This station's always been a great favourite. It's just spectacular. As I walk through a massive amount of people queuing for a Eurostar. Oops. There are also some situations where you can't help but think that this is an airport. This is the Eurostar check-in, and there's an arrivals door over there. Quite something, isn't it? My final destination here at St Pancras International itself is to go to what is, I believe, called the Gallery, which is a brilliant view over the Eurostar platforms. You can't get a view of the EMR or Southeastern Express because they're further down, obviously. But you just get a brilliant view of them. So I'm gonna go up there, give you some footage, and also I'll tell you the different ways to get there. So there are several escalators and lifts from this shopping centre up to a mezzanine level that will take you to the same area. Those are the same escalators that take you up to EMR or something. And if you're in the Pancras Road ticket hall, or the main international ticket hall of the tube, there is a sneaky little back entrance as well in there. Anyway, let's go up. Dylan would like this. This is the plaque that was unveiled by Queen Elizabeth II to mark the opening of High Speed 1. Here we are, the Grand Terrace at St Pancras International, where you can get a lovely view of some Eurostar trains. At the minute, only 2 are in. One of them's a 374, the other one is a beautiful old 373. Anyway, I just love coming here. It's just so beautiful. It's, again, like Farringdon, the mix of the old Victorian station roof and building that were preserved and the big new international concourse down there is absolutely unbelievable. It's one of the great sights of London. Forget the National Gallery. Come here instead. This is one of the great sights of London. Come here. Now. A little pub here named the Betjeman Arms, named after the man whose statue is somewhere around here, I haven't been able to find it, who saved this building from destruction. There's also this giant like memorial here. I don't know what it's for, but it's still cool, and this is like the original big area. Well, in terms of a total package, that might just take the cake as my favourite station on the Thameslink core. Of course, the Thameslink section is kind of small, it's just a London ground, but seriously, St Pancras International, as a collective, is one of the best stations in London. So you'd probably think I'd end the video here, right? Well, there is one more thing we can do here in the King's Cross area. You might wonder why the Thameslink station has no connection to King's Cross right there. Well, it did, but it was killed off, funny enough, by St Pancras. It is, of course, the King's Cross Thameslink station that we went through earlier. Let's go and find the original site of that station. I'm currently just walking along Pentonville Road, And the station was originally located in a building right along here, which is currently just an entrance exit to the Victoria line at King's Cross St Pancras. But surprisingly, thanks to the tube entrance, the station building is still here. Fortunately, it's quite hard to get views inside the building because it's currently got this hoarding up. But this here, this entrance exit from the tube, and this long facade all the way down there was the original King's Cross Thameslink station. You can in fact hear a Thameslink train or a tube train going round the curve. Absolutely astonishing. And you know what the best part is? You can see it's a replacement, St Pancras International, right there. I'm just peeking my camera ever so slightly through, but you can still see all the artwork from the original King's Cross Thameslink station. And if I pan there, you can see the original escalator that went down to the Thameslink platforms. This is actually incredible, seeing here an abandoned station in the flesh. It's amazing how much of it is still here, although considering all this is here, it's maybe likely this might not be here much longer. But for now, you can see here, this is the old King's Cross Thameslink station, and of course you can still go by it on a train, and you can still see ads advertising its replacement, St Pancras International, which is obscured by that bus. Anyway, yeah, King's Cross Thameslink, it's still here. Well, outside of King's Cross St Pancras station, with both St Pancras and King's Cross behind me, this is where I'm going to end today's video. I really hope you enjoyed this video of me exploring my favourite bit of the NR network in London, the Thameslink core. Anyway, please subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in our next video. Farewell!